welcome to the show. Today is Saturday, December 7th, 2019, and you are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well. My name is Ken Haglind, and we are broadcasting live from the AM 950 radio station that overlooks the beautiful Bryant Lake Regional Park located in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. We are on the air every Saturday from noon to 1 to talk about your health and your life. We cover a wide range of topics, including wellness, health care, elder care, end-of-life care, and caregiver support. For all of you new listeners out there, the purpose of this radio show is to bring you specialists and experts and people with a passion for helping others to provide insights and recommendations on how to navigate the complexities and challenges of managing both you and your family's health and quality of life. We also have a special focus on our senior population and how we can help you and your loved ones prepare for the various stages of life's transitions. In addition, we provide vital information for the caregivers who are essential in supporting our aging population. Well, I hope everyone listening today is doing well, and thank you for tuning in on this beautiful, cool, but sunny fall Saturday in Minnesota. Before we start today, I want to mention today marks the anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. 78 years ago, 2,403 Americans were killed and 1,178 others were wounded by an attack without a declaration of war and without warning that pushed America into World War II. As President Franklin D. Roosevelt declared on this day in 1941, we will remember today as a date that will live in infamy. My hope is we as a country continue to remember this historic event and not let this revered day be replaced by the National Rhubarb Vodka Day or the National Cotton Candy Day. I do want to thank our veterans and our active military personnel for keeping our great country free and as a beacon of hope to the rest of the world. Our medical practice serves many veterans, and we have several members of our team whom are veterans as well. We thank all of you for your service on this special day. All right. Hey, we are adding new listeners to the show each week. In fact, last week we heard from Jason in Lakeville. Thank you for your support of the show, Jason. We sure appreciate that. We also heard from Sarah in St. Paul, and we also heard from Cassandra in Florida. Yes, Cassandra, we are the only radio show in the country that will talk about life and death with dignity and respect. Thank you for your comments. We are getting more listeners from around the country listening to the show online. Thank you for letting us know that you are listening. Last week, I had the pleasure of meeting with Carolyn Kinzel. She is the founder and executive director with Brighter Days Grief Center, located right here in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Her organization provides free grief support resources to both children and adults who are anticipating or enduring the death of a family member. I learned about the great work they are doing supporting our Twin Cities with their valuable services. We will be having her as a guest on a future show, I promise. Well, we have another great show for you today. Joining me in studio is Olivia Klinkner and Member Services Manager, and Tiana Kazmer, Sports and Events Manager with Lifetime. We will be talking about the new senior health and wellness programs for their growing 55-plus membership group, and also discussing Lifetime's commitment to help all of their members live happy and healthy lives. So we are looking forward to answering your questions today on those two topics. Now, remember, folks, there are two ways to get your questions answered. The first one is calling into the radio station and talking to our friendly and talented show producer, Sam Turnberg. You'll be able to ask us your question live on the air by calling the radio station, and our number here is 952-946-6205. Once again, 952-946-6205. Or, if you prefer and you're shy, you can directly text us your question to our radio show phone that I have here in my hand in the studio. And for those of you who are watching us on the AM 950 Facebook page, I'm holding it in my hand. The phone number for this phone in my hand is 612-999-3426. Once again, 612-999-3426 if you want to text us your question. So remember, question live on the air, call the station 952-946-6205, or you can text us at 612-999-3426. Now, please, folks, don't wait until the show has ended to ask us your questions. We do receive many of the same questions after the show is done. And so, of course, if you have a question, many others do as well. And as a reminder, you can always leave a voice message or a text message anytime on our radio show phone 24/7. And again, that number is 612-999-3426. We appreciate hearing your questions, comments, and suggestions. And please continue to send us topics you would like for us to cover or guests you'd like for us to have on the show in the future. We also appreciate hearing if you are a new listener to the show. All right. And as a reminder, you can find all of our podcast recordings on the AM 950 website by going to the radio station's homepage and clicking the On Demand button, and then scrolling down and clicking on our show logo, Living Healthy and Aging Well. All right. Let's introduce our guests today. Really excited to have these two people with us. I've been looking forward to having folks from the Lifetime organization here on the show over the last 2 years. And the first one is Olivia Klinkner, Member Services Manager with Lifetime, and Tiana Kazmer, she's the Sports and Events Manager with Lifetime, and they both work out of the Lakeville office, which is very convenient for me since I live in Lakeville and our office is in Lakeville. And we're going to be talking about the new senior health and wellness programs for their growing 55-plus membership group. And we'll also discuss Lifetime's commitment to help all their members live happy and healthy lives. Welcome to the show, Olivia and Tiana.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Before we start, though, I do want to give a thank to Dan Devon. He is the public relations specialist with Lifetime for making today's show possible. He was great to work with in helping coordinate all of us being here today. Thank you, Dan, for all your help, and we'll have to get him on a future show.
Right.
I know he would be looking forward to that. So let's begin with talking about, the audience really loves to know more about the guests. So Olivia, let's start with you. Give us a bit about your background and how you ended up working with Lifetime.
Yeah, it's a great question, and I kind of came to where I am. I always say one step at a time. My background educationally is actually in theology, and I have a master's in divinity, but I got into the fitness industry just as a stay-at-home mom who wanted to get out of the house. And I started in water aerobics and continued my education and certifications that direction. At the time, I lived in Oregon and got connected to Oregon State University and had the privilege of working with some of their researchers at Oregon State on bones and balance in aging adults. And I got to learn what they were researching and then eventually got to teach the classes that were coming straight out of their research. So I worked for them. I worked for community ed. I did personal training and group fitness and a little bit of managing on the side. About 6 years ago, we moved out to Lakeville, and before moving here, I got online and started to look at what was in Minnesota and fell in love with Lifetime before I even moved here. Fell in love with their mission statement, what they stood for as a company. And so I started teaching there when we moved out here and have slowly worked my way into other positions. I currently work as the Member Services Manager, so working with members and getting them plugged in and connected into our community where they need to be.
That's fantastic. Boy, you're a master's in divinity. You're an MDiv.
I am. Recently, I just finished.
Wow, congratulations on that. Our chaplain is an MDiv, and just brings he's a veteran too, and he's just fantastic, Reverend Jack. But that's great. Boy, you've got a great background there. We'll talk more about how that plays in a part with working with people in your capacity at Lifetime here in the future later in the show. But I want to make sure we talk to Tiana here before we get to break. We got a couple minutes left. Let's talk about your background and how you ended up getting involved with Lifetime.
Yeah, so very much like Olivia, I was actually a stay-at-home mom as well, so looking for just some part-time work, and Lifetime was nearby. I started with the Eagan location. I could bring my kids to work, so it just fit very well with what my needs were at that time. Once my children started to go to school, it allowed me a little bit more time out of the home to work, and slowly worked my way up within the company. Been at a few different clubs over the past few years. Started with the company back in 2007, and leads me to today where I'm the Sports and Events Manager. Bachelor's in Exercise Science and Nutrition from St. Kate's here in Minnesota just a few years ago. So
Fantastic. Well, I know I've run across you because I work out there myself, mostly in the mornings.
Yes.
And I've seen you there at like 5 or 5:30 in the morning getting the workout in. So that's great. All right. Well, we have about a half minute left here. Let's briefly talk a bit about Lifetime. I mean, they've been around for a long time. They're headquartered here. I know Bahram, he's just a powerhouse of a guy to try to get a healthy way of life to the country. They've been just doing a great job here, and they're headquartered here in the Twin Cities.
Yep, since 1992 was the very first Brooklyn Park location. So,
all right.
Yeah, and we just recently built our first Minnesota club since the Lakeville club was built in Edina.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right. I remember
just
seeing about
opened on
that.
the 3rd,
yeah,
so.
yeah. So you guys have, 26 locations here in the Twin Cities?
Yep.
Wow, that's fantastic. And I know you have a whole array of programs. We're going to start talking about those specifically as they relate to more of the senior population, but also we'll talk about just in general all the great things that Lifetime has for people in the community. So, all right, I hear the music cueing us out here. It's time for a quick break. We'll be right back to continue our conversation with Olivia Klinkner, Member Services Manager, and Tiana Casimir, the Sports and Events Manager with Lifetime. And stay with us. We'll return right after the break. Thank you.
Economists say 70% of our economy is driven by consumer spending. What if we shifted our spending? You Betcha Box we can. You Betcha Box offers a wide selection of locally sourced gift boxes that are a perfect gift this holiday season. This unique gift is ideal for clients and the foodie in your life. The Land of Lakes Tea Box features well-rooted tea, 100% sourced from local farms and foraged from Minnesota forests. Ames Farm single-source honey, savory marsh flower from Delano, and some chai masala from St. Paul-based ancient Indian spices, zesty lemon rosemary nuts from Isidore Nut Company, and Annie's caramels. Find all these products plus an exclusive local Love Grey Duck Minnesota Proud Tea Tall in the AM 950 sponsored The Land of Lakes Tea Time You Betcha Box. Perfect for client gift giving, family celebrations, and creating your very own Land of Lakes Tea Time. Go to youbetchabox.com and order Land of Lakes Tea Time.
Wendy, great news.
What's the great news, Robert?
Hey, we're on Wednesdays now at 5 p.m.
That's great. What's the name of the show?
Pilot's Playhouse? I don't know.
Pilot's Playhouse. That's terrible.
That is terrible. Hey, everyone should listen in and see what we come up with.
So what's the new show about?
Well, we'll have local and national news and guests that you don't hear anywhere else.
Wednesdays at 5.
See you then.
Do yourself a favor and check out the amazing cuisine of eatlocalminnesota.com. More than just a website, eatlocalminnesota.com provides you with the best local and independently owned restaurants in the Twin Cities. The award-winning Hazel's Northeast combines the feel of a small-town diner with the vibrant nature of its Northeast Minneapolis neighborhood. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, weekend brunch, or dinner, their classically inspired and creatively prepared American comfort food is always made from scratch. Hazel's Northeast at 29th and Johnson in Northeast Minneapolis. EatLocalMinnesota.com. Share a special experience with your loved ones this holiday season at Nightingale, an intimate eatery and cocktail lounge. They're open 7 days a week in a cozy, fun location off 26th and Lyndale with 2 award-winning daily happy hours. Plus, receive a $20 gift certificate for every $100 gift certificate through the end of December. More at nightingalempls.com.
With all the convenient big box stores that sell appliances, why do so many Minnesotans choose Warner Stellian? Check online to learn that Warner Stellian is a Minnesota family-owned business for over 60 years. Warner Stellian sells more brands than anyone else, and our passionate specialists are committed to impressing you so much that you'll refer us to everyone you know. That's our mission here at Warner Stellian. Ask around, check us out online, and when it's your time to buy appliances, join over 300,000 Minnesota homeowners and choose the specialists. Warner Stellian.
All right, welcome back. You are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well, where we talk about your health and your life. My name is Ken Haglind, and joining me today in the main studio of AM 950 is Olivia Klinkner, Member Services Manager, and Tiana Kasmer, Sports and Events Manager with Lifetime. And we are talking about the new senior health and wellness programs for their growing 55-plus membership group, and also discussing Lifetime's commitment to help all of their members live happy and healthy lives. But before we get back in the conversation, I want to mention that this radio program is brought to you each week in part by Minnesota Hospice. They are an independent, physician-owned medical practice serving local Minnesota communities for over 11 years with innovative and comprehensive end-of-life health care. If you have any questions regarding end-of-life care or support, please contact the compassionate team of experts at Minnesota Hospice at 952-898-1022 or visit them online at minnesotahospice.com. Also, this program is brought to you in part each week by the great team at Genetic Health RX. Now, these folks specialize in providing DNA testing to ensure the medications you are taking or are planning to take are the best ones for your unique genetic profile. You know, avoiding medications that your body cannot use correctly may help to reduce potential negative drug side effects. The team at Genetic Health RX provides your doctor with a personalized medication management program by using a simple one-time pain-free test that's covered by Medicare and most insurance plans. For more information, please call the team at Genetic Health RX at 612-991-9930. Once again, 612-991-9930. And this test is a simple cheek swab inside your mouth, and it takes about 5 days to get done. And the information it gives you is amazing. So I would encourage you, if you're taking multiple prescription medications, please call the team at Genetic Health RX at 612-991-9930. And last, you know, you regularly get your vision checked, you get your hearing checked, you get your teeth checked twice a year, I hope, and other annual exams. But have you ever considered getting your brain checked? Well, find out how well your brain is working by making an appointment with Dr. Christine Stevie at the Sano Wellness Center. They are located on 494 and Penn Avenue in Bloomington. And if you mention that you heard it on my radio show, they will give you a 50% discount on their brain assessment services. So give them a call. Their phone number is 952-681-2916. Once again, 952-681-2916. Or visit them online at sanowc.com. SANOWC.com. And remember, when your brain is working, your body responds. All right, folks, let's return to our conversation. Olivia, why don't you let our audience know how they can reach you and Lifetime if they have further questions about these great programs we're talking about today, or just general questions about health and fitness.
Yeah, anyone who's interested, they can reach out to me directly. I have both a direct line and a direct email at Lifetime that you can reach out to. My direct phone number line is 952-232-1320. That's 952-232-1320. And my email is oklinkner@lt.life. So OKLINKNER at lt.life. And you can always reach out to me. I can get you connected to where you want to be or who you need to reach out to get what you're looking for.
All right, fantastic. And Tiana, how do people get a hold of you?
Yeah, so same thing. Direct number is 952-232-1347. And an email as well. It's Tiana Besserman at lt.life. So that's TBESSERMIN at lt.life.
All right, and don't worry, folks, because we're going to give that same information after each commercial break. So if you didn't get it, don't worry, hang on, and we'll get it to you here in the next few breaks. All right, well, last segment we talked about you guys, we talked about Lifetime, a great organization, and they've got great people like you there helping helping navigate and guide people through their health goals. But I'm just fascinated by some of these new programs that are coming out for all of us that joined Lifetime in the 90s and who are no longer in our 20s or 30s anymore. You guys are really making a concerted effort to help to reach out to the senior community, which again, the show just has a great affection for our aging communities. And we see, unfortunately, the results of people that are not active, don't eat right, lose that socialization, and they become withdrawn, and it absolutely reduces their quality of life, and it reduces their length of life as well. So let's talk about some of these new seminars, Tiana, that you guys have introduced at the Lakeville Club.
Yeah, so Lifetime as a whole realizes that there's an opportunity there with the active aging adult. And so I started pickleball a couple years ago at the Lakeville location, and a big part of our population is the 55 and up group. And over the course of the years, just speaking to them, getting to know them, building relationships, I realized that there's some opportunities that we have as a company as a whole, but also right at Lakeville. And so in that, then we decided to start the new health and wellness seminars, which are geared towards the 55 and up population of all of our members. And each month, so these are monthly seminars, and each month we have a new title or new series or new workout, something that would be geared towards that group of people.
All right. So for example, you've got programs here that started in October and they're going through now to February.
April. We're already booked out through April now.
Wow,
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. And what do you see in terms of the attendance? Are these being attended by people, or what's maybe the feedback you're getting from the seminars?
Feedback is extremely positive right now. We just held our second one, evidently, or we had a huge snowfall as well the night before, the morning of, so that one kind of limited our turnout this last time. But we've been getting upwards of 30 people to attend these seminars, and the feedback is that we want to keep seeing new titles, new seminars, new active seminars as well. And so hopefully this is something that we can continue over the course of, the next few years.
Well, I think it's something that would be a mainstay of your organization, because the baby boom generation is retiring at 10,000 people a day, and it's a massive group of people that needs to stay active. And so it's great to have these type of programs. I'd like to talk more about this when we get back from our break. We're already up against the clock, but I like the topics that you guys have focused on here. I think it really ties into the needs of that aging population. So we'll jump back into that when we get back. It's time for a quick break. We'll be right back to continue our conversation with Olivia Klinkner, Member Services Manager, and Tiana Kazmer, Sports and Events Manager with Lifetime. And we are talking about the new senior health and wellness programs for the growing 55-plus membership group at Lifetime, and also talking about Lifetime's commitment to help all their members live happy and healthy lives. Please stay with us.
Hackers, ransomware, security breaches. As I speak, cyber criminals are stepping up their attacks on businesses like yours. Hi, Mark Sommerfeld of Rymark. Rymark has the expertise and experience necessary to navigate your company to safe water. We launch our process with a network security assessment. We'll uncover the hidden threats to your business and provide you with a map to peace of mind. And it's free. Call 651-328-8900 or go to rymarkit.com to schedule your free security assessment today.
Stand up, you've been sitting way too long.
Hello, this is Ralph Nader, host of the Ralph Nader Radio Hour. Join me and my guests every week when we dive deeply into the subjects that matter to you the most, but are rarely on the mass media. Every Monday at 6 a.m., and if you're not an early bird, 9 p.m. on Monday, right here on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota.
Hi, I'm Peter Solak.
And I'm Adam Ostrowski.
We are here at Woodland Stoves and Fireplaces to talk about outdoor fires. Sitting around a fire is the oldest, most basic form of human activity.
What's new is in the way fire is burned. We can show you how to burn cleaner with a lot less smoke.
The radiant heat and light from an open fire is unmatched. It kindles our spirits and connects us to the outdoors. And now it's easier to experience and enjoy.
Woodland Stoves and Fireplaces sells and installs wood and gas burning fire pits and fireplaces. Let us help you experience an outdoor fire without all the smoke.
Come see the many ways you can enjoy a fire outdoors.
Woodland Stoves and Fireplaces has over 35 working wood and gas units on display at the corner of East Franklin and Riverside Avenue in Minneapolis. More information at woodlandstoves.com. Find the fire that works for you. Woodland Stoves and Fireplaces. Out of the ordinary products and services since 1977.
Are you thinking about buying or selling a house, or just want to know what might be going on with one of your biggest investments? Then why not become a house geek? Hi, I'm Kirk Duckwall with Bricks Real Estate and host of the Twin Cities Real Estate Show here with your Market Minute. 3.35 is the average number of showings per week per listing in the median sale price range here in the Twin Cities. This is seasonally expected and is a key indicator of demand in the marketplace. The median sale price is up by 5.7% over the same time last year, which is at about $280,000. The 30-year conventional interest rate is at around 3.66%. This is down over last week. So what does this mean for sellers? If a home lists and there's no one there to see it, does it really come on the market? At this point, if you can, wait until early January or February to list your home, as many buyers become active again at that time. For buyers, take advantage of these holiday weeks and snowy days for some great potential deals out there right now. Thinking about making a move? Check us out online anytime at housegeeks.com.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Sam Turnberg. Today's going to be partly sunny with a high near 37, while tonight's mostly cloudy with a low around 30. Tomorrow's mostly cloudy with a high near 34. Monday we could have snow with a temperature at 13. And Tuesday partly sunny with a high near 3. The Eat Local Minnesota Restaurant of the Week is Nightingale. They offer something for everyone's taste buds, from seafood to unbelievable vegetarian options. Come try their thoughtfully crafted cocktails at 2551 Lindale Avenue South in Minneapolis. More details at eatlocalminnesota.com.
Welcome back. You are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well, where we talk about your health and your life. My name is Ken Haglind, and joining me today in the main studio of AM 950 is Olivia Klinkner, Member Services Manager, and Tiana Kasmer, Sports and Events Manager with Lifetime Lakeville. And we are so fortunate to have them here to talk about these new programs that they have launched this year. And we'll talk more about how they're impacting people that are members of Lifetime. Before we get back to our conversation, though, I do want to mention that if you are suffering from chronic ailments that may be reducing your quality of life, or you're feeling stressed out and overwhelmed, or are you having difficulty getting through your exercise programs or eating better, have you tried everything to feel better and don't know where to turn for help? Well, there is help for you. The team at Sano Wellness Center, located in Bloomington, just off of 494 and Penn Avenue here in Minnesota, specializes in neurologic issues, and they can offer guidance in helping you identify the root cause of your health or motivation problems. And they do this by using state-of-the-art therapies that allow your body to heal naturally. They work with all age ranges from children to adults, including professional athletes. Through their combination of safe and effective natural health care therapies, they achieve consistent success in assisting their clients in restoring health and well-being. Find out how well your brain is working by making an appointment with Dr. Christine Stevie at the Sano Wellness Center. Mention you heard it on my show and receive a 50% discount on their brain assessment services. Their phone number is 952-681-2916. Once again, 952-681-2916, or visit them online at sanowc.com. That's SANOWC.com. www.olivia.com. All right, let's get back in the show here. Olivia, let our audience know how they can reach you if they have any questions or want more information.
Yeah, you can call me on my direct line or send me an email. The phone number you would call is 952-232-1320. The email to get a hold of me is oklinkner, that's OKLINKNER @lt.life.
All right, and Tiana, how do we get a hold of you if we have any questions for you?
Yeah, my direct number is 952-232-1347 or via email at tbesserman, BESSERMIN @lt.life.
All right, fantastic. Well, it is just great having you guys here. And I do want to jump right back into this health and wellness seminar program that's focused on active older adults. Now, hopefully the goal is to get inactive older adults active by doing these things. And that's part of the reason why we're doing this show, because inactivity, isolation, those kind of things actually just so deteriorate quality of life for our aging population. And it's great that you guys are having programs that reach out to that population. So it's just, we were talking, Tiana, the last segment about these monthly seminars. And I'm looking at the titles of the seminars. Balance and coordination, huge among aging adults.
Absolutely.
Boy, losing your balance and falling, breaking a hip, we see that many times as that's kind of the the major reason why people have end of life issues is that fall. So balance and coordination, flexibility and mobility. You just had last month. Coming up here on December 18th is healthy skin, which is a huge concern of the aging population and the seniors. And then in January, you've got studio mix-up. In February, you got better bones, and you got programs already in April and going forward. So can we just talk a little bit about what makes up some of these seminars and some of these topics? How do they help the seniors in their quality of life?
Yeah, so we always try to bring in one of our lifetime experts to run each of these seminars, somebody that's educated in each of these backgrounds. And we piggyback the first two being balance and coordination and mobility and flexibility, because those mold so well together and they're both highly important. Healthy skin, we again have our spa manager coming in to discuss the details and more of the concerns around that really any of us should have about fine lines and wrinkles, loss of collagen, using massage as a form of recovery, scalp health, ingredients in certain lotions or moisturizers and sunscreens, things to avoid. So we kind of go right in deep to each of these topics, but not too deep, allowing them to still ask plenty of questions. And hopefully leave with stuff that they can really just do at home, whether that's, with the balance and coordination, using fitness bands, tennis balls where you're using as a form of recovery. So things that we can go ahead and do at home too when we don't have access to a fitness facility.
No, that's great because sometimes, especially in Minnesota, we have a hard time getting places when we get snowed in or it's too cold to venture out. So that's great to give them takeaways for that. Now, it does say for older adults 55 plus. Now, can caregivers or people that are under 55 attend these seminars as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because many, what we see happening in Minnesota and across the country is that there's a lot of caregivers out there that are trying to help support our aging population. And in Minnesota alone, I think we have almost 600,000 unpaid people, friends, family, neighbors that are helping people out. And even just getting them to locations is a great help. And so this is wonderful that you guys are having this as done. Now, is Lakeville kind of a pilot club to do this? I mean, I know everyone in Lakeville is just so progressive and so wonderful. So now I see that Lifetime actually recognizes that the Lakeville area is such a great place to start something. So you guys are really kind of pioneering this approach.
Yeah, yep. So we would love to see the other clubs, if we can kind of start to get a handle on this and make sure we're, providing the best seminars that we can, and then have other clubs replicate that with their own experienced staff as well.
So Tiana, this is like kind of a passion of yours then. So you're kind of instrumental in getting this thing going, right?
It has developed into that, yes.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, Olivia, let's talk about what you're seeing from the membership side. What kind of feedback you're getting, and what kind of questions people are raising, and what are you seeing demographically coming through the doors? And people, I hear the millennial generation is not as interested in health and fitness as maybe the previous generations. What is your observation on that?
One of the beautiful things about the Lakeville location is that we truly get to live out the lifetime model of a healthy way of life for the entire family. We have every demographic walking through our doors, from little kids to single moms to aging adults. We have the full spectrum. And I think when you get that, you have such an opportunity to create community for everybody. And for the aging population in particular, community becomes incredibly important for their health on so many levels. And what we recognized as we started talking about these seminars and creating even more community was that it existed within the club, but it wasn't recognized and it wasn't being brought together as a whole. So we have a group of senior men that come in and play tennis together every morning, men and women that come in and play, and then go and have coffee together every day. And they take care of each other, they look out for one another, they have an incredible community, and they're active every day of the week coming in and playing tennis. We have our pickleball players who every morning, again, Monday through Friday, they are there and they take care of each other and they look out for each other and they get together outside of the club. In our studios, we have classes every morning of the week that are geared towards this population. And the same thing is happening in our studios, that these men and women are, if someone's not there, they're finding out why they're not there. And if they haven't seen anyone in a couple weeks, they're all going to track them down to get them back to the club. They meet afterwards, they meet beforehand. So the communities were there, and what needed to happen was for them to all be brought together so that they could recognize one another in the club. And these seminars have really been that opportunity. And we get the people coming down from the studios and the guys coming back from tennis. We do see every age group coming through, and there's an opportunity that's different in each one of those to create community.
That's great. I know you guys have done a great job of trying to promote group activities. For example, the Lakeville Club it's a large building. It's got a lot of capacity. I think sometimes people feel like they can get lost maybe in just the size of the facility, and having these targeted programs for different demographics, I think is really important, like you say, to bring that together. I know one of the things that we see in our medical practice is that when people lose their ability to be active, they tend to lose their independence. And what we find is most people want to maintain that independence. We take it for granted when we're young, and then we see it as we get older. That really becomes a very important thing. And so by staying active and staying engaged socially, that really does help people maintain that independence and staying at home rather than having to move into maybe an assisted living community. Well, let's also talk about the fact that you guys in Lakeville are in a very growing community. I mean, it's the fastest growing community, I think, in Minnesota, or the top one or two. So there's constantly people coming in. Are you seeing them asking for different things or new things that maybe you've seen in the past? Or are they, what kind of is the mindset of people now? Because you got watches and things you can do at home. There's all kinds of technology out there to help people with their fitness goals or their health goals. So how have you guys, seen that affect people coming in and saying, hey, I want to do something, in a gym or in a club environment?
We talk a lot about finding out what someone's why is, that we, to that discovery of why did you walk through the door? Exactly the question that you're asking is, why did they walk through our door? And at the end of the day, what it usually comes down to is they can't do it on their own. And the reality is none of us can. And we get people who they tried to do a home gym, or they tried to do this, or they tried to do other, but they're looking for something deeper. And what it always comes down to is connection, which is we as human beings were made for connection. And so yes, you can work out at home, you can grab a weight at home, but what's missing in that moment is the connection to another human being. That's what brings people in through our doors. At the end of the day, whether they recognize it or not, that's the why of why they're coming into our facility as opposed to doing it outside of our facility. And that's why our job becomes so important. And what we love about our jobs is that opportunity to take those people, figure out what the best place for them in the club. For no two people, it's the same. Every body is different and everybody is different. And so it's finding out for their body and their personality and their goals where they're going to fit into our facility. And what sets Lifetime apart from anywhere else is we have some of the most highly educated, passionate people I've ever worked with. And I've been in this fitness industry since 2002, and I can say that in all genuineness, that they know their stuff, they know what they're doing, they're passionate about what they do. So we can get you connected to what your body needs specifically so that you can reach your goals and do it in a way that you feel connected to other people in the process.
That's fantastic. Okay, we will talk more about that here on the last segment, so stay with us, folks. If you have any questions, please give us a call. We'll be right back to continue our conversation with Olivia Klinkner, Member Services Manager, and Tiana Kazmer, Sports and Events Manager with Lifetime. We are talking about the new senior health and wellness programs for their growing 55-plus membership group. All right, please stay with us. We'll be right back.
You can't go through a day without hearing about healthcare reform. St. Paul Corner Drug is here to help you navigate the ever-changing healthcare landscape. We are your advocate in getting much-needed prescription medication covered under your insurance plan. Need to choose a different plan? There is no reason to feel like you are drowning in the system. St. Paul Corner Drug can make simple work out of finding you a plan that best suits your needs. You can rest assured at St. Paul Corner Drug, pharmacy the way it should be.
Victor's 1959 Cafe in South Minneapolis is a locally owned and operated restaurant offering traditional Cuban food. Open for breakfast and lunch daily with dinner Tuesday through Saturday. For night shift workers, Victor's even has both a morning and evening happy hour, and Victor's now accepts dinner reservations too. Stop in and try some delicious authentic Cuban cuisine like ropa vieja and seafood paella. Make your reservation and learn more at victors1959cafe.com. Victor's 1959 Cafe, revolutionary Cuban cooking.
I'm attorney Rachel Schroman of Schroman Law in St. Paul, and I am passionate about providing legal services in the areas of estate planning, probate, and elder law. My clients receive the attention and compassion they deserve, with their peace of mind being my top priority. Enjoy the comfort of knowing that you have planned for the worst so you can confidently continue living at your best. Visit schromanlaw.com. That's SCHROMENLAW.com.
Hi, this is Ryan, owner of Snap Construction. It's been great working with so many of the passionate AM 950 listeners over the years. We have realized how important AM 950 is to the community. I want to see AM 950 continue to grow and continue to thrive into the future. To help continue to grow, Snap Construction will be putting up proceeds to assist the station in marketing on social media. Snap Construction encourages you to do your part by liking and sharing the content on AM 950 social media platforms.
This is Chad, owner of AM 950. Ryan has always told me the best time to get work done is during the colder months of the year because demand is much lower. He is backing that up again by offering 30% off labor on windows and siding from now until the end of December. Call Snap Construction now to get 30% off labor on windows and siding. As always, Snap Construction stands by their work with a lifetime craftsmanship warranty. Trust the company AM 950 trusts Snap Construction, arguably the most well-reviewed roofing, siding, and window contractor in the metro area. Get a free estimate by calling 612-333-SNAP or find them online at snapconstruction.com. Financing options available.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable, and serving part-time can help you graduate debt-free. Do you want to stay close to friends and family? The Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving part-time in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want. Learn more by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Minnesota Army National Guard, aired by the Minnesota Broadcasters Association and this station.
Welcome back. We are coming to you here, and you're listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well, where we talk about your health and your life. My name is Ken Haglind, and joining me today in the main studio here at AM 950 is Olivia Klinkner. She is the Member Services Manager, and Tiana Kashmir. She's the Sports and Events Manager with Lifetime in the Lakeville location. And we are talking about the new senior health and wellness programs for their growing 55-plus membership group, and also discussing Lifetime's commitment to helping all their members live happy and healthy lives. All right, before we get back into our conversation, Olivia, for people who have questions about membership, could you let them know what number and how to get in contact with you?
Yeah, you can call me. My direct line is 952-232-1320. Or if you prefer email, my email address is oklinkner, that's KLINKNER, at lt.life.
All right. And Tiana, I know that you are passionate and heading up a lot of this new approaches to this aging senior population. So if people have questions or ideas they want to run by you, I know you've got some things we're going to talk about this segment about some of the ideas you have upcoming for next year. But how would they get in touch with you to get either more information from you or to share some of their ideas?
Yeah, you can reach me at 952-232-1347, or by email is tbesserman, BESSERMIN, at lt.life.
All right, fantastic. So we've been talking about these great health and wellness seminars that you guys have been pioneering at the Lakeville location, and hopefully you can spread throughout the Lifetime network. But let's talk about maybe memberships. Let's go back to you guys and maybe explain kind of how you guys are evolving your membership programs for especially people like in this age group.
Yeah. So membership-wise, we do have partnerships with AARP, Silver and Fit, Silver Sneakers, and Optum Fitness Advantage. So if you're in that age group, it's always great to check with your health insurance, see if that's something that's available to you. And all of those are going to be 65 plus, and most of they're either highly reduced or often free memberships.
Well, that's fantastic. So there's no reason, there's no excuse why a person shouldn't. And again, what's nice is the Lifetime locations are built in to suburban communities generally where there's a lot of higher access to the clubs. Just like with Lakeville here, we've got just amazing amount of family homes and people that are just within literally a mile or two. So it's great to get that out. Let's also talk about some of the ideas that Tiana, you have been talking about off the air here, which has been great conversation about some of the things that you are looking to do here coming up in 2020.
Yeah, so some of the feedback that we received was we wanted to see more things included with the membership. So Lifetime is kind of pivoting a little bit and taking that to heart. And so we recently, come August, I think, this last August, we made our gym-based pickleball program complimentary with your membership dues. So you can join us Monday through Friday mornings. You might have to set an alarm. We start at 6:30 in the morning, but you can join that, and that's already paid for with your membership. We also have our social runs that we have included in your membership as well, all sorts of studio classes that reach all sorts of populations of people, from super high intense to those that are just looking for a low impact. And then my goal is, starting in spring, summer, fall here, will be to start a walking club to again build the community for the active agers that we have.
Let's talk briefly about pickleball.
Yes.
Because it's a new thing, and a lot of people may not understand what is pickleball.
Yeah, so it is, if you ask me, the most best sport ever. So I started it 2 years ago in December, not knowing what it was, but it is right now the fastest growing sport in America, which is super exciting. Anybody can play it, which makes it even better. There's a lot of tennis players that convert over to pickleball because the court size is smaller. It's really a combination between badminton, table tennis, and tennis itself. So you play it on a badminton-sized court with a paddle and a wiffle ball, and it's really just a lot of fun. But it's been around since the 60s, I think, so not all that new, but definitely taking over the nation.
Well, I could see it being a perfect fit for the aging population that's not going to want to run the full length of a full-size tennis court. And I see these people playing it in the mornings when I'm there at your club, and they're having a great time. They're really enjoying it.
They are the best people.
Yeah, and it
ever.
can be 2-on-2, right? So you've got
Some people choose to play singles.
play singles, or you can play doubles, just
Yep.
like you can in tennis.
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. Boy, we're just running out of time here. This has been going by so fast. I do want to talk just briefly about the fitness and nutrition side. You guys do talk about nutrition because it's a huge issue for all of us, but especially the aging population. Do you have any thoughts you want to raise about the nutritional side of educating the membership of your organization?
Well, and we will be one of our seminars that we have, which will be Nutrition First, and that'll be in March, on March 25th. Really, nutrition, that's one of those things. Talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about. That is the best piece of advice that I could give anyone who has nutrition questions. We do have nutritionists on our staff, so we have people that you can meet with, that you can talk to make sure that that's a huge component of what you're doing.
And registered dietitians as well, which is what you really want to look for.
Well, I think you guys mentioned that earlier in the show, that one of the benefits of Lifetime, being a larger organization and having larger club facilities, is that there's a lot of experts there. And I think a lot of times people just don't know that they need to ask. And there's great people there that can help with things. I know one of the frustrations most people I hear about their goals, their health goals, is results. They're just not getting the results. They're trying to put an app on the phone or a watch on their arm, and it's just not going anywhere. And to be able to come in with you guys and find people to help you one-on-one, help motivate you, educate you, and give you some accountability, I think it's just really powerful.
And I think one of the things always to remember with results too, and when we're talking especially about the aging population, it truly is about quality of life that we talked about. Some of my favorite stories have been, I stood up and put on my pants standing up instead of sitting down for the first time in years. Or I went to my favorite beach for the first time in 10 years because I could finally have enough balance to walk across the rocks to get down there. Those are the stories that that's what you want, and that's the results that you can't pay enough money or you can't buy. Those are the results, and that comes from this active way of life that we've been talking about.
Isn't that rewarding when
Yes,
you see changes
100%.
in life? Transformations are so rewarding.
fulfilling, yeah.
They bring a lot of joy. All right. Hey, we're nearing the end of the show here. I want to thank Olivia Klinkner, Member Services Manager, and Tiana Casimir, Sports and Events Manager with Lifetime. They work out of the Lakeville location. So if you're interested in getting more information, stop by the Lakeville location and ask for them. We got about 30 seconds left here. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Please contact us with any questions or comments you have regarding today's conversation, or let us know of topics you'd like for us to discuss on future shows. You can reach us by phone or text 24/7 at 612-999-3426. Please join us again next Saturday at noon for another live broadcast. And thank you for listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well, where we talk about your health and your life. And until next time, live well.